What's good, y'all?
What's going on, everybody?
Welcome to episode 2 of the Embrace the Suck the 21 podcast.
Embrace the suck the
The 21
21.
podcast. I'm still Spencer.
And I remain Daniel.
And this month, we're going
This
to
month.
talk about our upcoming job changes, just
Yeah.
our whole life changes, what the type of content we'll be doing on our separate channels, from your interviews, my eating challenges, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And, just cut up and talk about how everything's been going. That's
Yeah,
pretty
man.
much it.
It's been a month, right? It has been a month since our last
About-
one. A month and plus.
Yeah,
month.
I think at least, I think the first week of April is when we put out the last one.
Yeah. So, hey, there you go. There you go. Well, I did watch our what is it? Our last April Fool's post or April Fool's video. I did put that on April Fool's.
Yeah.
It was funny. It was funny. We never got to watching The Rock moving. Watch The Rock
No.
move video. We didn't react to that one. But
No.
never say never.
Right, right. There's plenty more April Fools out there, and
Yeah.
we'll get to it eventually.
Yeah,
Like
eventually.
we always keep saying.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
man, catching people up, it's kind of like, where do we start? It's because it's almost like you have to remember where we left off.
Right.
'Cause
I think the last one,
Completely different place right now.
right. The last one, we were completely sweating from doing the hot ones challenge.
Yeah, man. Oh my god. Yeah, that was rough.
Yeah.
It wasn't as rough as it could have been, though. You know?
Right.
Like, we didn't sauce the wings. It was good. It was a good way to do it. Just ease in, because we have sacrificed ourselves on this channel, using heat, before.
Yeah. There's I think there's a playlist somewhere, but
Yeah.
I remember we did the hottest gummy bear. Like, when we had a PO box, someone sent us the hottest gummy bear, and
Lil Nitro, man. I'll never forget that.
yeah, I learned my lesson really quickly. Like, you knew exactly what to do, just down the hatch. And me, I was trying to savor that thing.
Yeah, I pretty much pelicaned the shit out of that gummy bear. I just right down the hat. It didn't even. I think it might have bypassed the tongue. I popped it like a pill. But you were like trying to get the tones and the essence of the bear. I was like, this is not.
I got essence of volcano and little hints of Satan's asshole.
Yeah,
and I had to just run up.
That was.
And I just needed milk and ice cream.
That was a rough one, though. For real, that was hot.
It was.
I mean, I felt the heat and I didn't chew it. Like, that's how hot it was. So for you to just be like, take it like a champ and run upstairs, like, stop recording. I don't even know how to. Oh my God, have times have changed. How times have changed, man.
And that helped me when we did the hot ones challenge, because I knew when we got to the last dab, I just had to get it in and get it fast.
Get it down, get it down as fast. It's still gonna hurt. It's still not gonna be, but it's not gonna last as long.
Right, exactly.
My biggest thing, because I fall down those rabbit holes too, is like the hot ones challenge, is that once you get the hiccups, you're effed. There's no return. You're done.
Yeah. Hell no.
You are done. So.
Hell no. And I'm even starting to think, like, to do of content on Spencer Joyce's World is eating challenges like that. Like, at the time this is released, I have put out a video of me eating Taco Bell every single hour for 24 hours. And let me tell you something. It's affordable. And it will clean you out.
That's the cheapest cleanse, probably.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's, oh man. But I had a lot of fun making it, and I have more coming.
Dude, I can't wait to watch it, man. Ever since you told me you were going to do it, I was like, bro, I cannot wait to see this. I mean, granted, you're answering a question no one had, and I love that. Like, no one had that question, but you're brave enough to answer that. And I commend you for that, because you have done irreparable damage to your body for the internet.
I did. 100%
So yeah, I can't wait to watch it. I know it's going to be absolutely spectacular.
It's funny you're saying that because we're putting this out on a Friday. It's probably out like Tuesday or Wednesday. So at this point, you
Yeah,
have seen it
yeah,
already. I'm
yeah.
not, but
Weird time internet thing. Yes, yes. I
mhm,
always love that. I always love that. It's
yeah,
like Merry Christmas, guys, and it's like you're watching. You finally find the video, and it's like, bro, this is a long. It like dates the video, but whatever.
right.
I can't wait to watch it, bro. I can't wait to watch.
I can't wait for you to see it. And I can't wait for everybody else to see it. It's linked at the end of this and it's in the description as
Yep.
well. I think my next one, Buffalo Wild Wings has introduced unlimited wings. Like there's two options. The bone in is $24.99 and the boneless is $20. Both come with fries, and I'm gonna see how many I can eat.
And for those people that are like, what the fuck is about Buffalo Wild Wings? It's just pretty much a awesome Buffalo. I would say it is the go-to Buffalo wing shop, the big box Buffalo wing stop.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, because it's just the sauces. There's so many.
Yeah,
There's
there's
so many.
like 24, 25, 26 of them.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try and sample each and every one of them. I don't think I'll succeed, but I'm going to try anyway.
Yeah. When you get to that top of that list, the real hot ones, man, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
That's like
yeah,
I don't know.
The Reaper one, and that's a challenge in itself. Like eat 10 wings in 5 minutes, and you're not allowed to have any drinks or any napkins. You can't get up from the table, and if you win, I guess you get 1,000 points in the app.
That's
If
awesome.
you, yeah,
So you are competing for points, which makes it worth it.
yeah, exactly.
uh you know what I've recently um the local barbecue place sells like beef jerky sticks and stuff like that, dried meat sticks.
Yeah, yeah,
And
Bracklio,
yeah,
yeah,
but
Bracklio.
some other company uses them. You know how
Oh, okay, yeah.
companies and selling shit works. But
Right.
anyway, they started carrying this like beef jerky that they have a ghost pepper, or is it Reaper? No, it's ghost pepper beef
Ghost
jerky.
pepper.
And I had that the other night, and let me tell you what, out of all the vessels to deliver spice, beef jerky is one of the cruelest.
Right.
It is possibly worse than the gummy bear, probably worse than any hot wing I've ever had. Because beef jerky is not a bite it and down it.
Yeah, it's a
You gotta chew it. You gotta chew it. And that thing, I mean, reached levels that I didn't think a stupid dried stick of beef could reach. Like I was in so much pain, and I'd like maybe took a couple bites, and I'm just like, yo, this is too much. And it took
Mhm.
me a like a good hour to come down from that heat.
Oh, I
So
bet.
beef jerky is the cruelest cruelest delivery method for hot foods. I'm
Good
positive.
good to know, man. Like, I mean, I do love beef jerky for if I'm on, like, a long road
Yeah.
trip and, I need to keep awake
Mhm.
for a little bit, I will definitely do beef jerky is definitely one of my go-tos,
Yeah.
and so but just don't get the Carolina Reaper one.
No, no, and you know what though? And let me just be really weird here. Not like the Slim Jim type beef jerky, like the actual beef jerky, like the strip, not the
Right.
yeah, because
Not Slim Jims.
I don't know when those started getting introduced, like the beef sticks.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know when they started getting introduced, but I don't know. They're not really my go-to. They and none of it should be your go-to unless you lack sodium, which in this day and age, no one should lack sodium.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, I definitely don't lack sodium after that challenge.
Bro, you are good. You're probably good. You're the
Yeah.
only thing more dangerous than what you did was a cup of noodles challenge.
Oh my
You
god,
know,
no.
because then you would probably go to the hospital
Yeah, I
like
I
instantly.
I'm in between all the, toilet exorcisms. I definitely made sure to drink plenty of water to
Yeah.
flush all that salt
Yeah.
out of me.
Like, what'd you win, Spence? Hypertension. I got that.
High blood
Jesus.
pressure.
High blood pressure. Christ. Um,
Oh, man.
Speaking of being in different places, last time we had our podcast, man, I had just started a job. I had just started a job
Right.
at a warehouse working
Right.
3 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Right,
And
and, what's the deal with that now?
so that job is not there anymore. Did not.
Ah,
So a lot of things happened. They cascaded, as you know, is life.
it
Um,
snowballed.
so honestly, backbreaking work. You're like, what? How? You know, you use the pallet jacks. Well, we had to load the pallets to load on the 18 wheelers, right?
Yeah.
Um, so just bending, lifting like that. I haven't done that in a long time. And plus, stack that on government issue back issues. You know,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
doesn't work well. And so I was at home, and as stupid back injuries happen, I was doing something so stupid and menial. Uh,
Oh,
I
yeah,
slipped a
right.
disc, and that put an
What
end to the whole thing. I was like, I stepped, I, I don't want, I don't want to say I fell off a ladder because that's making it too dramatic, too extravagant. What happened? Literally, what I did is I just hyperextended, like I missed a rung of the ladder. I still
oh,
stepped on the ground, but a lot farther than I wanted to.
oh,
Um,
man. And then you went,
yeah, and
"Oh!"
that was it. And that was it. And that was all she wrote. And that I was on the ground for a good 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks before I started feeling better. Because I remember we were trying to
Dude.
get content in there, and I'm like, dude, I can't
Yeah,
even breathe without
yeah.
like wanting to cry, dude. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a tough one between tooth pain and back pain.
Oh,
Like fight me. They are juggernauts in the
yeah,
pain world.
yeah, and I remember I remember having tooth pain,
Oh
and I
yeah.
remember how bad that was, and how you're comparing it to back pain? Oh,
Yeah.
hell
It
no.
it's it it's absolutely ridiculous the amount of pain. But and I'll always just so anyway, that employment came to a close. You
Yeah,
know, it's a
yeah.
shame it didn't happen at work, but
Right, you
whatever.
you coulda gotten
Whatever.
yourself some workers' comp.
I could have been paid at least while I was broken, but it didn't. So I got myself fixed right up at 2.5 weeks, and went right back into the job hunt. And I was able to get some interviews and um, finally sign an offer letter for this new job, which is kind of in my wheelhouse,
Yeah.
kind of within construction, kind of within my vocabulary of experience that I've lived so far. And it's going to be the desk side of construction, which
Mm,
I am so happy because at least I can speak the lingo and I know the trade,
yeah.
right? And it's going to be a lot less demanding. The schedule, I'm not going to say less demanding because I don't know yet. As
Right.
of the time of recording, my first day is tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, you're it's I but man, I'm so excited for you, man.
Man,
I know that you don't have to be swinging hammers, but it's in like,
yep,
I know you've been wanting to, get something stable and
yes,
put a good future up for yourself and your
for
family. I
for
know
sure,
that's
man.
really important to you, and
It's
I'm
it's a it's a big one. It's a big one. Not just like stability, just have that consistency, have that routine. Because when you're on this side of things, when you're on the YouTube side of things, consistency is key, right? But your routine, your rhythms are constantly in fluctuation.
yeah,
Being flexible comes at a cost, pretty much, and it throws your routines out of whack
yeah,
than the rest of the functioning world. So to be part of that world again where I have set routines is going to be very nice. I thrive with routines.
yeah,
But no, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to honestly being able to I get weekends off, which is nice because in the
yeah,
construction industry, you don't have weekends off and you don't get
right.
holidays. So
Yeah, construction's usually that's when you're working,
yeah,
so I'm happy for you,
yeah.
man.
I'm excited to turn that page. I don't know if this is the right time to bring up my other project because eventually what I'm trying to do is buy a piece of land. To buy a
Homesteading, yes.
I'm trying to buy a homestead, and that'll help me, you know, purchase that piece of property as well.
Yeah,
Because
man.
that's what I really want to do. That's what I want to do. Um,
Yeah, and I'm excited to see where that goes.
yeah,
Like, that's almost something I wanna do as well, be living off the grid and just live a simple life, and
yeah.
yeah,
It's
there's
going to be an interesting project to start. So we're going to do that on Unplug Nation.
yep.
Um, and that's going to be outdoors, my stuff, and plus it's the right channel name for that anyway. So,
Exactly, exactly. I'll
so
that link to his channel will be above mine because that's just
yeah.
I think that's so much more cool than me just,
Oh,
stuffing
no,
my
no,
face
no.
thinking.
Yours, dude. We have both areas of that internet niche cornered. But no, man,
Hell
that's
yeah.
that's kind of what's going on. What's going on in my neck of the woods for the time being. I still plan a day at a time because of things. Because Alexander is still in school, still going. Still, we have him in football or soccer, right? And
Nice.
today was an awesome day because he scored 2 goals, which is great.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, and he scored them on the correct goal. If none of you know, usually in youth sports, a goal is a goal regardless, right? Of
Right.
which, because there's goals being kicked all the time, sometimes on your own goal. But yeah, it's been pretty fun to watch them.
Oh, man.
And I'm just trying not to be like the helicopter parent or pushy, right? I'm
Right,
still
right.
trying to make him have fun with it, because I was pushed into soccer and I hated soccer because of that.
Dude, you and me both. Like,
Yeah.
I think we may have a similar story here. Like, I guess it was like my mom and was trying to get me into a lot of things just to at least see if I wanted to, karate, basketball, and soccer. Like
Yeah.
that was the last physical sport I did.
Yeah.
Um, and I grew to be a choir and theater geek
I but I
as
feel I
opposed to
feel
that.
like parents, right? We like our parents and our parents' parents pretty much didn't ask the child. They just voluntold them. You know,
Voluntold. I love
they're
that
just
term.
like, "Hey, guess what you're doing for the next 12 weeks? You're playing soccer. Why? Doesn't matter. It's not about that. It's about you. This is what you're going to be doing, whether you like it or not." So we
Mhm.
try to build it up. We try to set them up with the perfect layup, with to have fun with it. So
Hell yeah.
it's a good fulfilling part. It's like everyone has to go through that if you have a kid, see if they like sports or not. And so far we're just shooting goals right now, which is
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, you gotta at least give him the opportunity to
Yeah.
see if he likes it, and,
Yeah.
if he likes it, great, pursue that, if not,
Yep.
now on to the next thing.
Yep. It's just crazy because I'm first row to like the soccer moms and dads, you know?
Nice.
And I'm like, "Holy crap." Like, these some of these people are just like, they didn't even push the brakes. We're talking about, like, 6-year-olds, dude. Like, it's
Mhm.
a long time before they go pro. And not
Yeah,
maybe 10, 15 years, before they go pro. But I'm just saying they're not gonna go pro after Sunday's game.
yeah, I mean, it's like, I hate to say it, but maybe a couple of them are, like, living vicariously
Oh,
through
100%.
their child.
100%, dude. But you know what, though? I get it. I get it, and I'll tell you, let me just go on another parent rant,
Go for
okay?
it.
Um, Having him kick the ball crazy and just have fun with it doesn't get to me as it does some of these parents. What does get to me is watching my son figure his way out through video games. I cannot. I am the worst backseat parent driver when I watch my sons play like Mario Kart, Zelda, or this Fortnite thing, and I'm just like, "What are
This
you doing?"
Fortnite thing.
You know? Well,
You did not.
let me tell you something. All right, let me tell you something. I got it. I got Fortnite, and my son plays it, but it's like he wanted it because it had like the Lego element in it. There was a Lego element in Fortnite. And I was like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like this thing, I don't live completely under a rock. Okay. I know Fortnite is a game beloved by many and just it created careers for a
Yeah.
lot of people. All right.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Like, all the OG Twitch streamers, like, did Fortnite,
yeah,
so and now, like, Fortnite, it's got, like, all these different skins from different, companies now, like, Sheets has a Fortnite skin.
get out of here. Yeah, that's too
Yeah.
much. I know Electric Callboy has a song or a dance or whatever that is. I haven't dove deep, but let me tell you this real quick before we go too far. I love Fortnite now. Because I've
Nice.
taken the controls because he's like, "Dad, how do you do this?" Like, well, let me show you. I don't know
Mhm.
what I'm doing. But I've turned to absolutely love it and it's fun. And
Hell yeah.
yeah. So yeah, we're doing that now. I don't know how we got there, but yeah, Fortnite. I can't stand to watch my son play video games and not like do things I would do. So I get the soccer mom and dad's struggle.
Well, it's
If
it's
you're
it's like
hyper competitive, I'm just like, oh, how could you miss that jump? And I just get so upset. I had to leave the room, and Holly's like in the kitchen just laughing her ass off, and I'm like, you don't even understand,
wow.
you know? So
That's like a bit of modern parenting I didn't even think about.
yeah,
Now you're a backseat gamer for your son. Like,
it's the most infuriating fucking thing. And it's if it's and here's my thing. eh, Games got easier. Fight me, everyone that's listening to this. Games got easier now. Before there were no save points, checkpoints. Before it's like you got 5 lives and you had to beat the game. That's how it was. So you had to use just your mind a little bit more. Now it's a lot easier to play these games, right? Um, and some of the stuff he does, man, just I have to walk away. I'm just like, do I have this rage? It's not healthy. This is a fucking game. It doesn't mean anything, you know. And so, but anyway, that gets to me, which is an odd thing. I didn't have that to get annoyed at on my bingo card
yeah,
of
and your
parenting.
dad didn't do that to you.
No,
Like,
because I
right,
grew up with Super Mario on the Super Nintendo, dude. Like he was doing real human shit, you know.
right.
He didn't know what the hell I was doing, but now I know what he's doing, and I'm like, you're doing it wrong. But it's all about having fun, son. It's like, oh,
Um,
anyway.
modern parenting. Love it,
Yeah, yeah, man. It's
man.
it's it's not. It's been a absolute fun ride, to say the least.
Yeah, man. And I'm happy you're, building a future with him, and like that's awesome. And I'm glad you're gonna have those weekends open
Yeah,
to
man.
critique him on his Fortnite game play.
No. Oh man, I hope Holly learns how to play that because she's gonna be needing that because she's gonna have him a lot now. Um,
Yeah,
but no,
we'll
man,
see.
it's exciting. It's exciting to having a kid is absolutely exciting. It's never a dull moment at all. Take that for what
Um,
you will, but it's never
yeah.
dull. You know.
I'm not opposed to it in the future, and I'm glad I'm getting a crash course on it. Just talking with you about it.
Listen, every time it's like they don't come with rule books. Right. I think you treat a infant the same way you treat a puppy. Just don't give them chocolate and don't let them eat the poop. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it at the beginning. But other than that, man, it's just there's nothing, no advice that I could give you that would help you. I want you have to, as a parent, I feel like you have to hit those branches as well. You
I'm
know?
pretty sure. Yeah. I don't doubt that at all.
Yeah,
Like,
because when we had Alexander like beginning time, right? And like beginning time, what when he was a newborn, um, parents would be like, "Oh, this is what you got to do." It's like, "Oh, really? It doesn't fucking work."
mm,
It's pretty much it's crazy. Learn as you go. Learn
learn
as you
as you
go.
like
Yep.
anything else in life. Just learn as you go.
Yep.
I I thought the only parenting advice I got before talking to actual parents was the George Carlin bit in his last special, and he said something along the lines of, "Here's what you do: you take the kid and you put him out on a street corner, and you leave him there. You come back an hour later, and if the kid's still there, you got yourself a stupid kid. Then you just proceed from that point."
Yeah, that's just yeah. I love that. That's great. That's great. Oh my god.
George Carlin's words, not mine.
I was always under the assumption like you just raise someone you want to have a drink with later. Just
I
that's
like
just the
that.
goal. That's the goal, right? You want to raise someone you want to have a beer with it later in life, you
Hell
know.
yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
But yeah, man, pretty much in my camp, it's constantly changing. But it's never boring, man. But I'm
Yeah.
excited. I'm excited to see how the truck life um just
Yeah.
goes for you, man.
Yeah. Let me I have a point I want to get to before we get to trucking.
Yeah, yeah, sure.
I don't know if we updated everybody about that, but I am no longer living in my car. I stopped
Oh
that
yeah.
about mid April, I want to say. It was right or early April. I can't remember when, but yeah, I tried it. It just didn't work for me. I I was under the assumption that I could work DoorDash and make content and that would float me for, that lifestyle. But with DoorDash itself, any like gig type job with an app, you burn up most of your earnings with gas and wear and tear and insurance. And I was, making just enough to eat, but I was surviving. I wasn't thriving. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
and also like there's this thing of, you gotta find somewhere to park every single night, and that sometimes you have to go to two or three different places and use your instincts. I mean, I didn't get the knock to move or get tickets or anything, but I managed. But at the same time, I was just scraping by, and
Yeah.
not even then.
Yeah,
So
it's not, it's definitely, you know what though? I'll put it this way. It's not a failure at all. It's a good experience to have. I think everyone needs to have that go out into the wind. Like you need to. You need to have that walkabout
yeah,
for a while. And
yeah,
you
you're
saw
right.
what the climate was, man. You saw what the climate was and how feasible it is to live out of your car. And
Yeah,
it's too expensive to live out of your car.
yeah, it's expensive to be poor in the U.S. of A. It's
Yeah.
it, I could make it work, but the problem is I'm still paying off some debts, and I
Yeah.
just need to, get myself out of debts because America doesn't run on Duncan. American runs on debt.
Yeah, on
So
credit.
on
Yeah.
credit, yeah, pretty
Um,
much.
if it would be different, I feel like it'd be different if you were like one free and clear, right? If you were free and clear of your financial, right? If your financials were free and clear, but it also if you were doing like hiking, camping, like actual like campsites, fishing, stuff like that, where you could save money and do all that. It'd be a little bit different, but then again, you have to drive from park to park. You would have to find the right climate to do that
Right, right.
because you shouldn't be up north in the winter at
Hell no.
all.
Hell no. I mean, there's ways to do it. There's like slow traveling. There's ways to live off of like $3 a day, but I just wasn't at that point yet. So this
That's crazy.
there is a time and place for it. The time and place is not now.
Yeah.
So I just Nana graciously let me come back, and let me just be clear, she didn't kick me out. Like I left on my own accord because my brother moved in, and I wanted to lessen the burden on Nana, and that's why I left out. and
Yeah.
and now I'm going to be moving out again next month, to the point I'm going to be starting trucking school on the uh as of right now, the 19th of May. I
Yeah.
was going to be earlier, but there was a little snaggle with the hiring process, and I had to get that cleared out. And the next class was class available was May
Hmm.
19th. So it'll be 3 weeks in Knoxville, Tennessee, and we had like a week off after that, and then when I get hired onto the company, it'll be 6 to 8 weeks on the road, making half the salary I would be making just in training. And then I'll be getting my own routes, my own
Nice.
truck, and a co-driver. And the what do you call it? The My obligation to that company is 6 months of driving, and once I get uh, to pay off my tuition, and
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
once
All right.
once the tuition's paid off and my 6 months are up, I can go find another company to drive for, or just take the money that I've banked and knock off some bucket list items.
Dude,
So
that's the most important thing, man. Like you're becoming marketable. You know what I mean? Pretty much in the job force.
I
And
sure
I
hope so.
and bro, yeah, it's a when you first said 6 to 8 weeks, I always heard 68 weeks. And I was like, holy shit, that's a long time, bro.
No, not
That's
six to
more than some like loans. Like that's more than
yeah.
some coverage, bro. Like 68
Yeah.
weeks. Fuck.
Yeah, that's the length of one of those DoorDash, Klarna buy now pay later loans. You heard of this
Yeah.
shit?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely craziness.
Yeah, not
What?
not not 68 weeks, 6 to 8
Yeah.
weeks.
Oh man. But hey, that's doable.
Yeah,
Hustle, grind, that's blinders on. That's that's so doable, man. And
yeah.
plus, you're getting into a trade that's highly in demand. That's
Oh, yeah.
never not been in demand, bro.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
So yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
like,
much.
you're always gonna have a job with a CDL, commercial driver's license, for those who don't know. Um, there's always gonna be a need for truck drivers, for, uh, garbage disposal men, school bus drivers, like that. Those who've been hanging with us for a while knew when we started the channel, I was still driving a school bus, and that was like stable.
Yeah.
And especially now with teacher shortages, and there's just that's also in the school bus industry. So you want some steady employment, go with a school
I
bus.
I
That's for
feel like the
sure.
real job is just maintaining that license.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
real job.
Oh yeah, I gotta behave myself.
Shoo. Damn. No, but no, that's man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what comes out of it, man.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too.
it's good. And you know what though? For what we're doing, the new steps we're taking, the new trajectories we have, it's just, it's always good to have this podcast to come back to,
Oh yeah,
where it's just us just shooting the shit, kind of catching up because guys, I don't talk to Spencer every day because Spencer has
yeah.
his own life to
Right,
live every
right.
day.
Yeah, and Daniel, you have your own
I,
life. And
I not really. I'm a supporting role. I'm a supporting role.
oh
I've been
man,
a main character before once. Um,
yeah, I remember those days.
yeah, but this is like part two, the shitty sequel. Like this is, I'm more of a cameo in my story
Uh,
now.
yeah, you're a
But
background actor.
yeah, pretty much. I'm in there for comedic relief. Uh, and that's pretty much where they got me. Um,
Yeah.
but no, man, it's good to have this podcast to catch everyone up because there are people. If I can rant about
Go for
YouTube
it.
real quick for a little
Go
bit,
for it.
I am still feeling the repercussions of getting my channel taken down.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I literally just relisted. I would want to say in the ballpark of 120 reactions that were still privated since December. And you know what? I'm really interested to see how that works uh on the back end, on the YouTube studio side of things. Because now those numbers, they're not taken away anymore. When they're privated, those numbers disappear from your analytics.
Yeah, yeah, it's interesting, and this whole conversation came up because we were just talking about scheduling and all of that, and you brought up the idea of taking some of the full concert reactions
Yeah.
from areas in the nation and putting them over on ETS 21,
Yeah.
and I and you sent me the playlist, I and then I looked at it as like there's 7 unavailable videos. I'm like, and you ask
Yeah.
if there's a Nightwish one on there. It's like I don't see one. Is it one of the unlisted ones?
Yeah. And that's where it started. And that's where it started. I went back and I mean, I had videos with like 70K, 80K views,
Yeah.
still privated. And I like, if for those of you guys that don't know, and honestly, I don't blame anyone for not knowing and or caring. But when that video blips off of your channel, that video's existence is a black hole for YouTube. Like
Like it
there's no
never even
engagement.
existed.
Like it never even existed, and it gets taken out of the algorithm. And you have enough of those black hole content meet content things on your channel. Yeah, that'll sink. That'll just suck all engagement. Like YouTube doesn't even want to acknowledge you.
Oh my
So
god.
pretty much what was happening is YouTube pretty much assassinated my channel.
That is
Um
so unfair, dude.
which is crazy because it's taken a long time to just see the ripples. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have gone back and checked my different playlists because I thought by relisting my playlist that I curated on my channel of reactions, um if I put those back to public, all the videos would be public. No,
Mm.
you have to click each and every one. And I have like
Ah,
1.6k videos on my
yeah.
channel. And according to YouTube, I only had 500 videos on.
Golly.
But I mean, a lot of them were our previous Bruin banters, and a lot of them were our World Cup coverage. And
Yeah.
I left those. I left those.
Yeah, I mean, you're not doing that anymore,
Not doing
so
that.
it's
Not
no
until
point.
not until next year. You know what I mean?
Until next, oh yeah, 2026 World Cup
Yeah.
coming to the North America.
The right way. The
The
right.
right
They're doing it the right way with alcohol.
alcohol and biscuits and gravy.
Fuck yeah. But it's gonna be epic. But anyway, so it's just interesting to see the ripples, because us on this side of things, like, we get an instant engagement on stuff, but to see ripples, how we have things that come back a lot, like have a second wind after a long
Yeah,
time. It's pretty interesting to see. That gives us a gauge of what does well, what performs well, what doesn't, as
right.
reactors at least.
Mhm.
And you don't get that if you're shunned from an algorithm. It's a hard thing to gauge your channel and why it's shuddering, when before we got taken down, it was all systems go. I was
Yeah.
the one that pushed the brakes on the channel,
Damn,
not
man.
anyone else. So anyway, it's just been very interesting to me.
Yeah, and but at the same time, it's kind of like a silver lining, because what you're doing now with your interviews and all that, it's kind of,
Oh
you're able
yeah,
to do what you want to do.
yeah. Pretty much what it did is it took the stress out of it. It took the pressure out of having to get to the 6 reactions a day.
Right, right.
Which
And
led to chaos in my head.
yeah, yeah, I remember you burnt the fuck out
Oh,
doing
dude, I
that.
I was I went supernova. I was there. They're like, "Oh, hey, look, there's a star, Daniel," and then just watch him explode magnificently. Though, we went from 6 videos a day to none. Like, it
Yeah,
was it was intense.
but you're
But
still putting them out like once a week,
once
right?
once a week, I get around to music reactions, and I'm trying to have more interviews with different
Yeah,
content creators. See, people think like I'm just trying to interview bands and just like are the reactors. Like, no, I just want people that are in the community that are thriving and have a success story and or have a project that they're working on to have a voice.
yeah, and dude, I'm really proud of you. You have come a long way. You've become
Yeah.
a really great podcaster, a really great interviewer, and I feel like that's gonna be a big part of your future.
It's been a insane journey. Going all the way back and watching our early ETS 21 videos, you know,
Yeah.
uh, and seeing the difference,
Oh yeah.
and it's crazy, and that's just for the both of us, man. That's for
Oh
the both
yeah.
of us.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. Remember, we used to have like the little pixel size screen in between us both.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was tiny.
That was wild.
That was a tiny reaction, like tiny screen,
Yeah. But it
and
got through the copyright blocks, that's for sure.
because they didn't know what the hell was happening. Like, is that a video? What is that? But yeah. Shout out to all the
Yeah.
OGs, man. That
Yeah, man.
that sat through that.
Yeah, yeah. I miss doing music reactions. Like that
Man,
those were so much fun. Like
yeah.
checking all that stuff out. And I'm glad you've
Yeah.
at least kept the spark alive doing those music
It's
reactions on your channel.
it's wild, bro, because like I knew that music was going to take me down a journey, right?
Yeah.
It's just like Oasis pretty much birthed ETS 21.
Yeah.
Like, it set our course to not change. Like that solidified our course.
Yeah.
And for me, it's interesting to see these trends that pop up on my channel, and I'm just like, now I get to go, kind of, I'm the captain,
I
like
am the captain.
I am the captain. Pretty much, because now I'm like, okay, is this a trend I'm jumping behind and dedicating, or is this something I'm going to be more tentative, and I know that a rabbit hole could lead to a transformation of a channel's identity.
Right.
So I pick and choose what I have on the channel. Um, I filter it a little more. I kind of look further than the reaction. Um,
Yeah, and that's a good mind frame to have, is not playing chess with it, not checkers. Like if you do a certain thing, are you going to be locked into that for quite some
are you
time?
going to be
And
that thing?
yeah, and do you want to be locked into that thing for a certain amount of time?
Yeah, because it's not even just locked in. It's a death grip. It's like, are
Yeah,
you ready? Are you? And guess what wins? That thing, not you, ever. like, like it's not the thing. You tap out. That
right.
thing that you're reacting to is never tapping out.
Right. And, I've seen it go that way and I've seen it go the opposite. In fact, it went the opposite with this channel
Yeah,
when we kind of pulled the plug on British stuff and we kind of recycled some stuff from ETG, the Aussies, the Filipinos, and the Germans came out. And it's just recently we put out a Brazil reaction and they've come out. So
it's
there's,
crazy.
there's, both sides can happen. Both
Yes.
situations can happen.
Yep. Yep.
So it's
It's interesting to see though. It's just the trends because I've been trying to get I've been trying to see what because I'm only doing like 3 to 5 reactions once a week, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like I'm not doing nothing crazy anymore. So it's just interesting when I scour the recommended for me videos, what makes the cut, you know? And I'm like, what makes the cut? If I have something that's heavily requested, that makes a cut. If it's something that actually I'm truly interested in that I haven't checked out, that makes the cut. You know,
Oh,
and it's
yeah.
just I have equal parts.
Right, right. You're listening to your audience, listening to the trends, and listening to your heart.
Yeah,
That's
keeps
is a good
keeps the fun,
balance
keeps
of
the
all three
fun
of
in
them.
it. You know, and
Yeah.
the things I'm checking out, we're not locked in for an hour. Well, some on Rec Nation we are doing a Fat Electrician, so
Yeah, yeah.
that is an hour. Those are worth it though. Those don't feel like an hour. Those are
Right, because Nick has a really great presentation
yeah,
style,
yeah,
and
yeah.
even I even referenced the whole cheese caves thing in my Taco Bell video. Just
Cheese
how
caves.
funny it was that because the government was trying to get rid of a bunch of cheese, that's why we have so much cheese in our fast food. That's why we have stuffed crust pizza, things like that.
Which blew my mind, dude. I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, why does it make sense? It shouldn't. That should be the most ridiculous thing to ever say to anyone. Hey, man, we got tons of cheese caves. What?
What?
What? No, but yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy story. It's a crazy story. But no, man, that's been one of my favorite finds on the internet to date.
Yeah.
Is the Fat Electrician. Speaking of, I have a shirt on. I
Oh,
have
do you?
his undignified gorilla shirt on.
Man, I love that. I
Um,
I really want his the what is it?
it's not a
The
wartime.
keyboard
Oh,
warrior.
oh yeah.
Buh!
Oh man.
That's my favorite one.
Well, you got to have a keyboard, and I can send you this helmet right there. There
All
you
right.
go, and then
I appreciate
you can just be that.
I've got a keyboard somewhere around here that I can do that with.
Oh man,
Man.
but no man, it's interesting. It's interesting. This road that we're on, man, all started from this a storage unit.
Yeah, and
324 for life.
324. Yeah. Yeah, man. That was the anniversary of that is coming up, man. And that's about I can't remember what exact day it was, but I know it was like early May,
I
May
would have to
3rd,
look
I
through
think.
our You know what? I can't even look through our messages because I got a new phone.
Alright, oh, yeah, but I made a short about it, so,
Okay.
it's just me, it was 15 minutes after you left, and I was just in a contemplative, state right
Yeah, man.
there.
My God, dude. What changes have we I mean, sorry, the changes we've gone through just in this within our footprint alone is insane. You know,
Yeah,
I had a kind of a contemplative moment. I have them once in a while, not too many.
yeah, I get
Um,
you.
because I try to sleep well. Uh, but you know, I was looking, unblocking all the, not unblocking, relisting all my videos, right? And I see one with me and Alexander, and it's one where he couldn't even string 2 words together. He didn't know how to talk. It was
I
just him making like noises at me, you know.
I I think I know which one you're talking
And
about.
before we had the background was just hats. It was absolutely crazy. And so now it's just funny to see that transformation of a phase that you can see from that to now he's 6 years old playing football, nonstop talking, playing video game, you know, and it's just so it's crazy. I went through a a chapter of like this human's life in the span
Yeah.
in front of the camera as well, and it's like That's crazy.
Yeah, and I remember at the beginning of that channel when you said you wanted it to be somewhere where where he could find his dad,
Yeah.
and damn it, you did it,
Yeah,
man.
man.
It's
We
still gonna be that no matter what.
It still is. I saved that video. Yeah, I relisted that intro video, the original intro video. It's like one of the first ones on the channel. But but yeah, man, it's interesting that we leave this digital footprint uh for all the time.
Mhm.
We
Yeah.
we have dropped a lot of digital receipts. Like we have
Yeah.
them all. My God, we
Yeah.
have them all.
Yeah. If I'm still waiting for the moment that we get canceled for something. I don't know what it's gonna be, but
It's gonna be in the future when we're old and gray. They're gonna backdate cancellations. That's what
yeah,
they do. Like,
exactly.
don't you remember this in 2021 when you said, like, bro, get out of here with that. No.
Yeah, it's 2055, dude. What are you doing?
2055. I don't remember shit. Um, but yeah, man. No, it's pretty crazy how life
Yeah,
goes.
man. Yeah, and you know what? We're still, as many of you have noticed, that we didn't stop uploading videos to ETS 21. Like, we still have a few that have been coming out, and they've mainly been stuff from our Patreon that is just basically an advertisement for that Patreon. And
Yeah,
for anybody that is still catching up on stuff, we stopped uploading to Patreon simply because we just don't have the time anymore,
yeah.
which is really unfortunate because the two shows that we left off with, Only Fools and Horses and Still Game, you go with me on this one? They're like two of the best
Uh,
things we've checked out.
I would say they must be watched together. I love that we did that. I love those two shows, watching those two shows together. Like
Yeah,
we would watch Only Fools and then Still Game. And honestly, there are a lot of times where those two shows parallel themselves uncannily. Like
right.
but anyway, watching those two shows together was just a feel good chef's kiss, of media.
Yeah,
I loved it. I loved it. Probably
yeah,
one of my favorite. Only Fools, one of my favorite. Still Game, one of my feel good favorites.
yeah. Both of
Um,
them are just good slices of life,
yeah,
and I relate to someone like Del Boy, who's just what the OG hustler,
yeah,
and this time next year we'll be millionaires. Just having that quite American confidence in him
yes.
that things are gonna work out, and you know how all these British shows go, it never
It
works out in
never
the end.
does. Never does. And then you have Still Game just aged friends.
Yeah,
And I love that. It's just like, hey, that's a ghost of what's to come.
yeah.
you
That's
know?
Ghost of Christmas Future
Yeah,
in a
man.
good way.
In a good way. And it's just like, cool, man. I loved our journey over on Patreon.
Yeah,
It's
me
been
too,
it's
man.
been nuts. Nuts. Um, and it's
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's bittersweet, but at the same time, like we've said this multiple times, life changes. We have to adapt, or we break. And right now, we have different courses that we have to set.
Absolutely. And it's all in the name of setting ourselves, both of us, up for a really good future in our own ways. And,
Yeah.
you know, even though we've said like we're going to stop uploading, right now we have through like mid May. It's probably going to be later since I now have all those concerts. So it'll be
Hmm.
probably towards like the end of May that we'll be consistently uploading on
Yeah.
this channel any reaction type
Yeah.
things. But at the same time, never say never.
No, never say
Like
never.
this is this channel is just an extension of our friendship, and like it's always going to be about the both of us. So
Yeah.
that's not gonna go away.
Exactly, man. And that's why we have this podcast. We had the idea for it to keep the podcast on the channel. It's like
100%.
that's us. This is our channel. This is our community. Like, hey, this is your updates of what's happening and what's happened since.
Exactly. Yeah, that'll never go away.
Nope. Nope.
Yep.
Oh man, is there anything else, man? Listen, guys, if you guys are still with us, thank you. But look, listen, we really do have a lot of other projects that we're all working on
Yep.
outside of Embrace the Suck 21.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. I think from now on we should not leave this space without letting them know.
Right.
Like, because the description of a video is harder to find than fucking Atlantis, apparently. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently.
better luck finding fucking Atlantis or the Holy Grail. And two, you know, it's just better to be said. You know, it's just look, make it easy. Look, we do have other fucking projects, guys. Tons.
Exactly. Like we've already touched on Unplugged Nation, which is going to be your homesteading channel. Spencer Joyce's World, where I put up the eating challenge and all of my travels. You've also got Arison Nation, which we already
Yep.
talked about. And I've got Spencer Joyce music. I recently dropped a single called Unplugged, The New American Dream. That's
Great
out on
song.
all, thank you. That's all on the music streaming platforms. What else? Rec
And
Nation.
yeah, Rec Nation is where the fat electrician reactions are.
There you
Will
go.
be.
There you go. And I think that's pretty much it for now. And
Yeah.
I think at the end of the video is where some links will be. We'll talk about it later. But click on something. That's
Yes.
what we ask for.
That's it. Just
And
click on something, guys.
yeah. And also wash your hands, scrub your toes, wipe your ass, blow your nose, embrace the suck.
Unplug and do something legendary, guys.
Love y'all. Thanks for changing our lives. We'll talk to
Yep.
y'all later.
Later.